It's YouTube time again! Was I wearing this last week? Okay. Odd. So, it's almost election time, and will we get rid of our government? Interesting. Yeah, so it's coming up to election time, which is the 5th of June in Ireland, in the Republic of Ireland. My dad is running for re-election for Kildare County Council. Vote Pat Black. Yeah, okay. Anyway, breezing along. I think it might be very, very difficult for him. He's got a tough campaign ahead of him, because the party that he's running for, which he has run for like, I don't know how many years, forever, Fianna Fáil, is in government, and they're not very popular, so how this campaign is going to do should be very interesting. I'm crossing my fingers and hoping for the best. I think he should get re-elected. I think he might, because he works more on a local level, not on a national level, so I think people can't really resent him. I hope. Time will tell. Yeah. One thing that really bugs me is people who refuse to vote. Okay, it's not your obligation to vote, but people died to get you that vote. Use it. It baffles me. It baffles me. Like, people fought and died for it, and like, it was hard enough to get in the first place. And then you find people come along, and you find people in sarcasm, obviously, and you don't vote. You just refuse to vote. I get when people don't vote because they don't know who to vote for. Semi-understandable, but I think you should still go for either the frying pan or the fryer. Go for the lesser evil if you don't know who to vote for. If they're all bad, like bad, and bad, who do I vote for? Vote for the one that's the least bad. Just vote. Good God, just use your vote. Use your right. Exercise your right. So I take kind of a Republican stance on that. People died for it. You have the right to do it, so do it. I'm sure this is going to be controversial. What do I want to see happen in the government elections? The general election. You know, if the government changes, or if it's forced to change, I don't really know if that's going to happen. It might. I don't really know. But I challenge the opposition to try and do a better job than what the government is doing, the current government is doing. They're not doing a great job as it is, but Enda Kenny, leader of the country. I don't think so. I really don't think so. Yeah, totally not. I remember one interview on the radio during the last general election where he was asked several questions, and his response to every question was, "Oh, well, I wouldn't know anything about that, you'd have to ask such and such. Oh, I wouldn't know anything about that, you'd have to ask such and such. Oh, I don't know anything about that, you'd have to ask so-and-so, that's not really my department." It's like, you know, you go on the radio as the leader of the opposition, you're asked questions, and you don't know the answers. Don't that just say it all? It does for me. And ever since, I just think he's a complete tool. And like, he bitches and he moans and he groans and he bitches yet again, but he never comes up with a viable solution or an alternative to what he's bitching about. Like, you know, the government can do no right for him, rather than just everyone banding together and supporting each other and trying to come up with the solution together. No, they just tear each other apart and tear each other down and, you know, bitch at each other without coming up with their own ideas. So it's just pretty typical, I think. I decided to wait a month or two, at least until after the elections and all this kind of crap, to see if I can find a job first in Dublin. Proper job with proper money. before I decide to just hit the high road and move home to my parents' place, because really I'm probably not going to get a job there either. There's like extreme unemployment in my hometown. I don't think it's quite an option just yet. I don't really know what else to say. Tori Amos has a new album out in like a few days. It's very cool. Very excited. Kinda want to get drunk, but I can't afford to. It needs me a sugar daddy. Screw this, I'm going for a smoke. Enchanting as usual. Hope I didn't bore you to death. Happy Friday.